Next on Great Day Houston. And now, live from the Channel 11 studios, it's Great Day Houston. And here's your host, Whitney Casey.
I have some Louis Vuitton purses, Coach purses. I have Gwen Stefani purses. I'm going to the mall. I need some cash. And kids are jealous of me.
Since it's your birthday, I'll give you like 4,000. Go have some fun on your day.
All right, wow, that's a scene from the hit show My Super Sweet 16. It may look funny on TV, but there's nothing funny about it. Parents forgoing their retirement savings because they're overspending on their kids. According to a new report out right here, the average American shells out this much money. Look at all this money. With each kid, that's a whole lot of do-re-mi. Yeah, too much. Anyway, so joining me now is CPA and co-author of the book, which I highly recommend. We've all read it here on my own 2 feet. Please welcome Manisha Thakor, and then also, of course, Dana Tyson's back with us. Sunny 99.1. Who knows a whole lot about, you know, with 5
Spending
kids?
too much money on kids.
Yes,
Boy.
yes. Okay, so rule of thumb, things we need to know, and what really, when the study comes out and shows us that we're really spending that much, how do we scale back?
Right, so here's the problem. It's human nature for your parent. You love your children. You want to give them the best, and that's a healthy response when it comes to their needs, food, shelter, medical care. But when it comes to their wants, that's where things are starting to get out of control, because for this generation, the wants have become supersized.
Right, they're electronic
Great way
ones.
to put it,
Yeah,
yes.
the supersized wants. What can we do to give them, so because mostly the wants make you the cool. That's the problem. So we want our kids to be cool. You know, I wanted 8 million kids.
If it's going to cost me money, I'm not going to have them be cool. I'm sorry.
Well, no,
but your kids already are cool, so that's the thing.
And when you bring up a really important point, this is the difference. I'm 37. When I was growing up, I was not the coolest kid on the block, but I would go back to school and I would look at what's for sale in JCPenney's or what Marsha Brady was wearing on the Brady Bunch. But today, kids are bombarded with messages that say, buy this and you can be like Beyonce or A-Rod or Paris Hilton.
Shows, the OC, the Hills, all those LA shows.
The one we're watching right now.
The Super Sweet 16, getting these cars for their 16th birthday.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
Young kids are taught today that who they are is what they have. It's their stuff. So one thing that parents can do is help them understand you're not your stuff. You are you.
Good point.
But what's a good note, you know, for parents to sort of stay to? Like, well, I'm only going to spend this much on their wants, their desires. Right. You set that out at the beginning in your budget, and what about their parties?
So here's the tough love. If you give in to your kids' wants, you're actually hurting them and you're hurting yourself. So you really want to be careful. The parties, the gadgets, the electronics, these things you think that you're doing to help your kids can hurt all of you in the long run in a couple of different ways.
You know, the kids aren't dreaming anymore. You're fulfilling all their dreams. Let them make their own money and get the stuff themselves so they can achieve that on their own and feel more fulfilled, as opposed to mom and dad just writing a check all the time.
Right, because a desire for something can actually be a very good motivator.
Right. Very good.
Absolutely. You know, and as a parent, a key part of your job is to teach discipline. And you know that when it comes to things like drugs or alcohol or smoking. But an important part of being a parent is teaching your children financial discipline as well.
Absolutely.
Right. I know. I definitely got the message always, you know, no drugs, no alcohol. But, you know, honestly, when it came to money, we never had conversations about that where we sat down and, you know, I looked at a budget as a young person and said, here's how much you're costing me. And, you know,
but I don't think most parents even do that.
Right.
I really don't think parents look at the cost of a kid annually.
They do not, and that speaks to a good rule of thumb. You're asking, you know, what can you do if you're a parent? Well, the first thing is, if you're in your 20s or 30s and you're a parent, you should be saving at least 10% of your income for retirement. And if you're a parent in your 40s and 50s, you should be saving at least 15% of your income for your retirement. If you can't do that, you need to check how much money you're spending on your kids, because some of it may be leaking out there.
Now, I want to go to our audience member, Keisha. Keisha has 3 lovely girls.
No, just one.
Just
These are
one.
friends.
Those are your friends. Okay, good.
Sisters,
They could be. But you have a boy at home, and you say that you have spent at times, what, $500 on parties?
Well, yeah, for a birthday party, and where we are, that's pretty typical. Because
so
it's
what
about.
would go on at the birthday party?
Well, like the jumping things they have. It's like $300 for 20 kids for an hour, 2 hours, and then $100 for their present, and the little gift bags for the kids, and then a cake. And I mean, that's about $500. That's my budget for.
Do you sit down though and talk to them about how much this is costing and what they would want from it? And okay, if you want to eliminate the cake, then we can have this. Yes, Alex? Yes? You do? So you know about this, and you're thinking it needs to be budgeted, or so what other talks about money do you have?
Well,
they
have a box that they have it separated into, like, whenever they get any money at all for their birthdays, or if they earn money for grades, or they earn money doing tours, they have a box that's separated into savings and like what they want to give to charity and spending. And so they can only spend 60%, then 10% for charity and 20% for their savings.
Wow.
That's a neat little idea.
That is a great idea.
Very impressive.
I know. So Alex, when you are like a quadrillionaire and you can take care of me, right? Okay. She's like, no, I'm going to be buying a new car with all that money, Miss Casey. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Alex. And of course, Manisha, check out this book. It's On My Own 2 Feet. For every woman out there, I'm telling you, it just breaks it down in female terms. It really made a difference in all of our lives. So thank you so much, Manisha. And she's local, which we love. And you can get the book right there on myown2feet.com.
And I have to just tell you one thing about that toilet paper. I did a quick calculation out back. If you use that toilet paper, you buy it once a week, and instead of that, you invested the money, you would have had $700,000. That's how much that fancy toilet paper would cost you over the long run. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Sarah Jessica Parker could have been even richer. Stick with us. We'll be right back.